Okay, today's video will show the work that has been done lately, and the door operates nicely. You walk in right here in easy reach are the lights, and we have a dimmer. Unfortunately, when you go all the way down, they do flicker a bit. I have been busy with electrical work in addition to getting all the cabin lights mounted. I also mounted the bathroom lights. You see everything is ready for the taps now. The tub is all installed and it needs a little bit more caulking. There's the odd little gap. There won't be a leak there because that's got VHB tape in behind it. But it's just a matter of getting it all white on top to hide the VHB tape. On the ceiling, it is white material that's used for tub surrounds. I didn't really want more gray VHB up there, or sorry, Phylon up there. This is all Phylon covering if you haven't seen the other videos. Needs a good wax. Domatec toilet is ready for water, but that's gonna be probably the last thing I do. This is in this area, I left the push buttons operable on these lights. They don't dim. There will also be two more lights under here, the underside of the cabinet. And you can see the wiring. I hid all the wiring inside the walls, going down below. See where they come out there. I'll secure them with some straps. And there's still going to be more wiring up here. There is going to be wiring for speakers. You can see this stereo system. It's a Furrion unit. The covers aren't on right now. I can turn it on, I just have the fuse out of it. There's no point having it on right now. And I wired everything to a terminal block. This will also feed the two lights under the counter, or under the cupboard. And I'll run the speaker wires along there. Not sure exactly where we're going to put all the speakers. This cabinet, upper cabinet, is going to be extended all the way to the corner there. And then I'm going to put a shelf unit with a front lip right above where the Phylon or the Adzel ends. There'll also be a smaller cabinet extending from the air conditioner enclosure, which is here, over to there. And that will give an area where I can hide the speaker wires. There's an HDMI cable that needs to run from there all the way around. And it will go down in behind here where there's going to be a false wall here. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I really need it. There'll be a bit of a false wall up here though, just so I can line this with Adzel and make a nice interior on this, what will be an upper cabinet. And then that line has to go down through the floor where that cable is, and it will run out underneath the trailer and up here. And in this area, we've decided to put our TV here. It's a 32-inch TV that's going to be sitting here, and we're going to wire it up with a camera to the outside. So rather than have a front window here, we're going to have a virtual window, because we kind of like being able to sit in the afternoon when it's a little cold out, but still be able to see, have a good view outside. There's also a window going to be here. You sort of see the light shining in. That's because there's nothing in behind that adzell. But there'll be a window here and also a window over here. There's going to be a window in this area as well as over there, and then a window under the shelf in the center of this area. You can see there's going to be lots of room for storage. There'll be a hatch under there. It's framed in, I just have to cut it out. And then the bed is going to sit on top of these frames. You can see by the little red lights, we have DC power now. This is a ground fault circuit interrupter, and it feeds this receptacle, the microwave receptacle, and the two receptacles on the bench area. And also it will feed the outside receptacle that's going to be down low over here. You can also see that we have our bench seating is already done. My wife sewed these up with the help of a YouTube video, I think by the Sailrite company. And she borrowed her mother's sewing machine, then made the cushions. It's heavy duty material designed for cushions and couches, so it should last a long time, and I think she did a beautiful job. Let's see, what else? In this area, you can see this receptacle. You can just hear the heater just came on. I'll just shut it off. This receptacle is actually a split receptacle. The top half of the receptacle is a normal receptacle that's on all the time. The bottom half is controlled by this Honeywell thermostat that's designed to control baseboard heating. That works much better than the useless thermostat that's on this little heater. And this heater will get it up to 20 degrees in here, and it will still cycle. So it's not running all the time. Anyway, in the bed area, the reason the bed's out of here is just too much in the way to get anything done. So the platform is out, but unfortunately, I don't believe I can even get it back in here. Not in one piece with the cabinets in the way. But we changed our plans for the bed. It's still going to be a queen size bed, but we have some special hinges on order so that we'll be able to raise up the rear part of the bed and turn it into a couch. Now the bed will still be an entire bed, so it's not going to be like your feet can touch the ground when you're sitting on. I guess you'd sort of call it a chaise lounge. I don't know. But at any rate, once I get the hinges, I will cut the bed platform probably about here, and then the bed will swing up to form a couch back. And with the TV down there, we'll be able to watch TV from either here or sitting in the dinette area. Now the box you see up here, that will be for the air conditioner that's going to sit in this cabinet. And it is going to be on the same circuit as this plug, and also another convenience receptacle somewhere here. You can see we have one down here, and that one is on the same circuit as the other ones. But this way, the air conditioner and the heater can be on the same circuit because you don't run them both together. Because one thing about this panel, it doesn't have a lot of room for circuits. And since there's going to be an electric hot water heater in here, where the vacuum cleaner is sitting right now, that has to be on its own circuit. And we're also having an induction cooktop that draws a little too much current to be on anything but a circuit by itself. So I did gain a circuit by eliminating the circuit breaker for the inverter, which isn't really necessary, and it came wired to not have a circuit breaker on it, but I thought it'd be nicer to have a circuit breaker, but I just can't save the space. But the inverter is protected, I can't really focus in on it very well, but there is a fuse right there that protects the input to the inverter. And also these two fuses, let's see, there they are. Those two fuses that are running vertical are also main fuses to protect the inverter. I could modify it because it wastes 2 circuit breakers there on the main 30 amp. It only needs 1 30 amp breaker, but it's set up for double to feed into the bus in behind the circuit breakers. But I may take that all apart and modify it to gain another space, and then I could go back to having the circuit breaker, one circuit breaker control the inverter, turn it on and off, which makes it handy for working on it, because the way it is set up right now, the only way to shut off the inverter, you can either pull that fuse or unplug it. But the disadvantage with unplugging it and not having a breaker is once you put a battery on this inverter, then the battery is going to backfeed. But I guess it would do that anyway when I think of it now, because the battery feeds directly to the circuit board here. So maybe I won't do any modification on it. It's fine. I'm always thinking about ways to make some things better. Anyway, this has been kind of a long-winded video. I'm really happy with the way it's going so far. In this area, this will usually be hidden by the table, but I'm hoping I have enough Adzell to cover that in Adzell. Or I may just, I've got lots of extra flooring material, linoleum, and may just glue some linoleum on there just to finish it off a little better. And there's also the board that will go along here and along this side to hold up the table when it's down, when this is made into a bed. And there'll be a small shelf running across here to meet up with the table. So you're really not going to see too much of that, but anyway, really happy with the way the dinette has turned out. It looks great, and it's starting to look like a finished trailer. By next week, I hope to have all the cupboards done. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day.